All right, I want to welcome everybody over here to the Pure stage. Today we're going to start talking about our skincare line. I have our model over here named Elijah. Elijah, correct? Elijah. And I just did a brief consultation with him, and based off of his skin concerns, he has sensitive skin, he has hormonal breakouts, and he has hyperpigmentation. So based off of that, he has about 3 different targeted concerns that we're going to focus on today. But before I start, I want to tell you about the different lines that we have. We have a universal system, a balancing system, redefined system, and we have an acne control system. And all of those systems target certain skin concerns. However, our universal system targets all skin types, and it pairs with boosters that target all skin concerns. Our acne system targets cystic acne and any overall acne issues that you might have. Our balancing system targets clients who have too much oil in their T-zone and maybe it's dry around their surface area, or the opposite, and that's combination skin. And when you have combination skin, sometimes you have to use 2 different products to combat whatever issue you have. But when you use our universal system, the ingredients in it are so safe and secure for you to use on your skin that it suppresses the oil while still promoting dehydration and not dry out your skin. And then we have our redefined line. That's the line we're going to use on Elijah today. Our redefined line is for sensitive skin. And 9 times out of 10, if you don't know your client's target skin concern, the safest system to go to is redefined and then pair it with a target concern issue booster. So with our redefined line, it focuses on calming the skin and repairing it at the same time. It has oat, beta-glucane, and it has a barrier approach that it's so safe that it promotes hydration while still repairing it. A lot of the times, our base ingredients are what the product is totally made of. Our base ingredient in this is water, which is going to promote hydration, glycerin, and oat. However, sometimes water is not so safe on the skin as a base product that you need other targeted ingredients to come in and kind of calm down the skin. And that's where your oat and your beta-glucane come in. So after I ask Mr. Elijah a few questions, is it okay? Okay. First, I have to ask permission to touch him, even though he's already laying on the bed. But what I did was I had him fill out a waiver of consent. This is the first thing that you want somebody to do. Fill out a waiver of consent. It helps you in determining what you're going to do, what service you're going to perform, and if they have any allergies that might prevent you from providing this service for him. Now, based off of his waiver of consent, he's acknowledging that he's voluntarily letting me perform this facial on him today, and that the only medical concern that he has is skin allergies, which are peanuts or any other type of nuts. Shellfish, peanuts. So based off of that, you would need to know what ingredients you have in your product line that might contraindicate, and contraindicate means it might prevent you from providing this service. Now, when I just read off those ingredients that we have, I said we have water, we have aloe, we have glycerin, we have oat, we have beta-glucane. Those things do not consist of any peanut or shellfish allergies. All right, so now with our system that we're going to use today, it's going to be a 4-part system. We're not going to use a mask because we don't have the mask today, but we're going to do an express facial. So with our redefined line, we have our cleanser, we have our toner, we have our serum, and we have our barrier cream, which is our moisturizer. Pairing with our serum, our redefined serum, I'm going to use the brightening booster on him because one of his concerns were the hyperpigmentation based off the natural scarring that he has from his acne breakouts, which are only due to hormonal imbalances. He doesn't have an uncontrolled acne issue. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my nano mister. And if you look at the nano mister, what happens is, if you can look at it closely, you see a blue ray of light with water being pushed through. But if you look at the water being pushed through on the nano mister, if you look closely, the water molecules are so small that they penetrate the skin. So what ends up happening with our nano mister is it pushes the water into his skin without it just sitting on the top of it and then rolling right off. We never want to oversaturate our clients. And since we don't have a, oh, hello? Got lower? Oh, sorry. And since we don't have a bowl in a traditional sink today, what we're going to do is we're going to hydrate his face with the water, go in with our cleanser, and then I'm going to talk through some of that as I go through. So the first thing you want to do is you want to sanitize your hands. I'm just going to do that right now. And for sanitary purposes, I'm going to put gloves on. In some states, they don't require you to wear gloves. And in some states, they do. So depending on the state that you're in and what state board says, is going to determine if you're going to go in with gloves or not. I know right now with so many diseases and disorders going on, and you don't want to catch a lot of things, most people are just going in and providing services with gloves. All right, so now I'm going to put my gloves on. Actually, let me take my jewelry off because it's going to get in the way. While you're doing your service, you always want to make sure that your client is comfortable. There's no irritation going on once the product hits the skin. While you're massaging or you're doing any exfoliation services, you want to make sure that you're not aggressively rubbing the skin or causing any other issues that might make the service not comfortable. You always want to make sure that they are comfortable. All right, so are you ready? Are you ready, Elijah? Can someone tell skincare? Victoria, can you bring me 2 steam towels out of the steamer, please? Thank you. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you to close your eyes, and I'm going to hydrate his face. If you see, I put a protective towel right on top of the draping, just so that he doesn't get wet, and he doesn't say, boy, that girl did a great facial on me, but she wet me up. How does this feel on your skin? And if you want to know where you can get these, we're selling these today for $25 at either the Pure booth, the Pure Skincare booth. Thank you. The Pure booth and the Pure Skincare booth. All right. So I'm going to go in with my gentle cleanser. And we're using the redefined line today. All right? I'm going to do 1 to 2 pumps. And since this hasn't been used already, if you'll notice, it doesn't lather up a lot. It's sulfate free. Ooh, I don't want to slip off the stage. It's sulfate free. And what I'm going to do is gently massage the cleanser into his face. What did you put on your skin today before you came out? A serum and a moisturizer. I can see based off of his skin that the moisturizer that he put on was a little bit heavier than our cleanser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and do 2 cleansers. Is that okay with you? Okay. How does it feel? Is there any irritation right now? All right. You want to make sure you get in over all of the areas of the surface of his face. And gently emulsify that cleanser in. He gets to have the luxury of getting 2 hot towels on his face. So I'm going to test the towel. Going to open it up, put it right underneath his nose. How does that feel? Feels good? All right. And I'm going to gently wait for the wet towel to soak in, cool down, and then slowly wipe his face off. Usually after a cleanser for a lot of products, what ends up happening is your face feels kind of dry, sticky, and tight. After I do the second cleanser, I'm going to consult with my model, Elijah, right here, and ask him, how does his skin feel? Is it tight? Does it feel refreshed? Does it feel hydrated? And see what his response is. All right, so this is our first cleanse. Now I'm going to go in and do a second cleanse. And we also have another cleanser that I consider our on-the-go cleanser, which is our micellar water. You can also use that as a pre-cleanser or a cleanser, but it's not to be substituted for a general cleanser. And what happens with the micellar water is the cellular molecular makeup of it is so small that it acts almost as a conditioning soap. It attaches itself to the oil on the skin, which is your lipophilic bonds. It attaches to the lipophilic bonds and then attaches to the water, which is your hydrophilic bonds, and removes itself that way once you start your cleanser. How does that feel? Good? Amazing? All right, keep your lips closed. I'm going to go across your mustache. And if you notice, I'm doing light stroking movements gently. Now, if you notice, I don't know if the screen is showing clearly. When I did his first cleanser, it didn't lather up as much. But now that I'm going in and doing his second cleanser, you can see it lather up a little bit more because it's not fighting against all the oil from the moisturizer that he put on prior to coming in today. And then also another thing that you can take into consideration are the universal radicals, which are the elements that are in the air that your skin comes into contact every day with. And based off of your occupation, your skin can go into a crazy forensic matter where it might start breaking out because you're exposing yourself to many different elements. Let's just say like I worked in McDonald's or Burger King and I'm the fry cook in the back, or I worked in a restaurant. My skin is coming in contact with a lot of oils. Those oils sit up on your skin and then start to clog your pores. And what ends up happening is now you got breakouts. You start self-diagnosing yourself with, oh, I have acne skin or I have sensitive skin, when really it's just the environment that you're exposing yourself to. And a lot of times what happens when you start self-diagnosing yourself about the skin issues that you have, you start treating it for those skin issues and you make your skin worse off than what it already was because you don't have an understanding of what's going on with your skin. How's that feel? All right. All right, so now I'm going to do a second steam towel. It's warm? Okay. So after I do my cleanser, what I'm going to go in with next is a toner. Basically, what a toner does is it refreshes and it rehydrates the skin, but it also brings the skin's pH back to its pH balance of 4.5 to 5.5. If your skin is above or below any of those numbers on the pH scale, which is 4.5 to 5.5, that's when you start to have other skin issues and concerns. Your skin at a pH of 4 can go into an acne distress. Your skin at a pH of 6 can go into a dehydration distress. And that's where you would go in and use one of our other systems or our boosters to pair with it, such as hydration for dehydrated skin. We have longevity for mature, aging, wrinkled skin. We have oxygenation for clogged follicles, clogged pores, or blackheads. We have a balance booster that's good for combination skin. We have a balance plus that is just 2% more active when it comes to the ingredients than our balance. And you would use that based off of if you use balance first and it wasn't working for you, but it was maybe just a little bit, and then you would go in and say, okay, I need something a little bit stronger. We also have a clarity phase, which is for melanated skin and hyperpigmentation. So with our brightening will lighten your skin and even it out. But for our melanated skin, the clarity fade won't just lighten it. It will even out your skin tones and help promote the cell turnover and rejuvenate your skin cells on your face surface without blemishing it or making you lighter than you actually are. How does your skin feel?
It feels hydrated, smooth.
Hydrated and smooth, right? So what I notice is right here, one of your pimples got a little irritated, but does it feel fine? Is it hurting or anything like that? Okay. So that just might have happened with me either gently exfoliating it or when I wiped it off with a towel. But I can continue the service because I have my gloves on. Woo! All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to use my redefined toner. And our redefined toner is going to balance his pH back. So let's just say sometimes, when you're in a rush and you want to wash your face and then you just throw the water on and you really don't know if you removed all of the soap that you put on here. Leaving that soap on your skin will make your skin dry. It will dry out your skin. We don't want dry skin. We want evenly moisturized, pH balanced skin. So let's just say you didn't remove some of that soap or you left a little bit of residue. If you come in with a toner, keep your eyes closed. I'm going to spray over. If you come in with a toner and spray over it, what's going to happen is it's going to neutralize out anything that's on the surface that shouldn't be there. And then it's going to bring the pH back down to 4.5 to 5.5. Because while we have gentle cleansers on our skin, it still needs to be, the pH still needs to be high enough that it can remove any surface oil or any dirt or debris that might be on the skin. Now, if you have one of these, you need to do it. I mean, I need it, when I'm going through my pause stages at the moment. But if you have a fan, it's great to use it. You can fan your face with your hand like this. And what it does is it allows the toner to seep into his skin without him having to take a towel and pat it in, and then most of the toner get into the towel instead of staying on his skin. How's that feel? Good? Okay. All right. All right, Elijah. You're a good model today. Thank you for participating in this with me. All right. So now what I'm going to do is you can pair the serums two of many ways. Since we're going to target the issue of his hyperpigmentation with the brightening booster, what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer it. I'm going to first put the brightening serum on because we're targeting the concern. And then I'm going to go in with the Redefine to seal in everything. Now, if he didn't have a concern, I would just use the Redefine Calming Serum. and that would be it. But because when we did our consultation, he told me that one of his concerns was his hyperpigmentation due to his scarring from his hormonal acne. We're going to focus on that. All right, so with this, I'm going to spot treat it. I'm not going to put it all over his face. He doesn't have an issue all over his face where he has a whole bunch of hyperpigmentation. In his cheek area, that's where most of his breakouts are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small pump. How does that feel? Is it irritating? Nope. You want to always question them when you're doing it. But you want to know what I say? When I go get my facials, they can't question me about anything because as soon as I lay on the bed, I knock out. I don't even know what happened. They could just they could slap me, they could do whatever they want, and I'm going to be knocked out. But because I'm talking over Elijah, he's probably like, man, would she just be quiet and let me get this facial done? All right, so now I'm just going to massage it in. And I'm massaging it in an upward motion instead of a downward motion because massaging it in an upward motion, you're still lifting that skin. We don't want the skin to sag down, so we're not going to push it down. We're going to massage it in an upward motion. So now what I notice is once I put the serum on, it kind of coagulated the little pimple that bursted. It's nice. Ooh, I learned something new today. All right, so now, once I use my brightening, I'm going to come in with my Redefine Calm Serum, and I'm going to use this all over his face. And the great thing about a serum, I'm going to use one pump, is it allows the moisturizer that you're going to put on right after it to seep into the skin. Sometimes moisturizers are so heavy that they just stay on top of the skin. We don't want something to stay on top of the skin. We want it to seep into the skin. So I'm going to pat it into his T-zone. And then I'm going to slowly, using effleurage movements, which are light stroking movements. I'm scared to sit in this chair. I think it's going to slide back. Light stroking movements. Just gently massage the serum into the skin until I can't feel it anymore. And what happens is you're going to notice that you start to get a nice light shine, but it's not oily. How is your skin feeling so far? Feels good? Does it feel dry? Does it feel sticky? Does it feel irritated? No? Okay. He's not being a paid model to do this either. All right, so this now has penetrated in. I'm going to come in with my Redefine Barrier Repair, which is our moisturizer. It has SPF in it. It might not say it on the back because it doesn't have enough, but it does have SPF in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 pumps. That much. I'm going to rub it in my hand. And this time we're going to do a massage so that it deeply gets into his skin. So now, I mean, if you don't have time in the morning to do this, it's understandable. Usually we do a 15-minute express facial. Right over here, we're doing 15-minute express facials if you want to get one, just so you can try out the product line. This product goes for $52. You get a cleanser, a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer for $52 for our essential systems. These are our specialty systems. They're targeted for certain skin types. And this redefined skin line is targeted especially for those who have sensitive skin. And I want to just mention one thing. A lot of people like to say they have sensitive skin, but sometimes people have sensitized skin. The difference between sensitive skin is that you're allergic to a lot of things. Your skin can't come in contact with a lot of things. Sensitized skin is an issue that you have caused based off of maybe over exfoliating the skin, maybe exposing your skin to harsh products that you're not supposed to have on your skin, or working in environments that kind of alter your skin. So sensitized and sensitive skin are two different things. And if you have sensitized skin, sometimes what ends up happening is you have to repair the barrier before you can actually go in with an actual skin regimen. Because like I said, a lot of skin products are made with water, but sometimes water is too alkaline to penetrate the skin if it doesn't have great ingredients to pair along with it in your system. Now, the O and the beta glucane that's in this is what we get when we get that calming effect. How does this feel? So just remember, the O and the beta glucane that's in this product is what gives that calming effect. Now, if you're an esthetician and you're trying to promote this product line in your suite, your spa, your salon, wherever you work, it's a great one-stop shop when you promote our universal line. Our universal line is great for any skin condition. And that universal line, our smallest size today goes for $42 at the show. And if you pair it with any booster, your booster is $18 as an add-on. So just for $60, you can get a great product that's going to give you satisfactory and immediate results without the compromise of harming your skin. Most of your clients, they might want to know what the ingredients are, but they also want to know what are the results. What is this product going to do for me? How safe is it? Do you trust the integrity behind the product? How does that feel? All right, so just to do a recap, I just did Elijah's facial. In our consultation, he told me that his concerns were he had sensitive skin and he had a lot of breakouts, but the majority of the skin concerns were his hyperpigmentation, where he scarred at in his cheek area. So we paired him with our Redefine line, which is our gentle cleanser, our toner, our serum, and our moisturizer, along with our brightening booster. And the brightening booster, I just spot treated him just to target the area that he needed the concerns fixed. We went in and we started off with our Nano Mister. And our Nano Mister, what it does is it provides a hydrating feel or a wet feel to the skin, and it makes the product land in a smaller size than a regular water molecule would. The difference between this and doing a spray bottle is a spray bottle, when you spray, the water just drips down because the water size is so large that it can't penetrate the skin. When you spray this, it molecularly creates the water mist to make it have a delivery system of nanometers that it just stays on the skin. I actually take this to the beach with me too, and I just refresh and rehydrate my skin just like that. And this is on sale today at all of our booths for $25. Just a simple $25. And if you want to pair it, you can also put essential oils into it as well. But you can't put heavy oils in it because it will clog it up. All right, I'm going to sit you up. I'm going to sit you up so everybody can see your face. Let's sit up. Can you get up? All right, so you can put it. So, so I want to ask Elijah a few questions. Elijah, what was your experience today?
Very calm, smoothing. Face feels moisturized, nice, soft. That's about it.
Were you irritated at any time on your skin surface when I did the hydration from the Nano Mister to the cleanser?
No, no irritation at all.
How about the toner? How did the toner make your face feel? Did it calm it down? Did it soothe it?
It calmed my face down, yes. Did smooth it. It make it feel moisturized.
It makes it feel moisturized?
Yes.
Now, when I put the cleanser on, was it tight and dry, or you could move your face around?
I can move my face around.
Okay, and then after all, at the final step, when I did the moisturizer, does it feel like it's a heavy layer on your skin, or does it feel like it's light and hydrating?
It feels light and hydrated currently.
Okay, and were you paid to do this?
No.
No, okay. All right, so I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Elijah for being my model. He tried out our redefined line, but like I said, we have 4 different systems. We have a universal system. We have an acne control system. We have a redefined system. And we have a balancing system. And if you want to check us out, I am right behind the Pure O booth on this opposite side. We have skin care, we have hair care, and we have body care going on. And also, between the poles of 29 and 30 at booth 5714, we have our skincare line over there as well, and we have our follicle system, and we're doing tricoscope and micro mister evaluations over there as well. Thank you guys. My name is Taharia Fong. I'm from New Jersey. I am a product educator for Pure O, and I'm also a cosmetology educator as well. Thank you.